Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and I brought back Cancer with this. So this kind of calls back to a deck that MTG original decks made, a different kind of strategy that you can go with your deck building. And I really like this style of strategy. It just is kind of fun to play. And the basic idea of it is you just control the board like crazy, and you get a bunch of these anthem effects like Glorious Anthem, Immortal Sun onto the board, and then you just make random tokens, and any random token that you make as you have these anthem effects becomes so much better. And so it's more of a really long strategy game, long late term game with a bunch of control. And instead of winning with just like one big creature like Control typically does, it's with these kind of tokens that get built up with these win more type of cards a little bit. That just, it's kind of hilarious how it ends up winning. Is from my experience and everything. It's really fun. And so that is the idea of this deck. I'm calling back that a little bit, and really excited to see how this one does here. So Outlaw's Merriment is one of the cards that has come out that's a little bit more new. We haven't seen it in this kind of Cancer type of deck before. 4 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one at random, create a red-white creature token of these characteristics. You basically get one of these three guys that are popping up right here next to me at random at the beginning of your turn. Well, Anointed Procession is also here now, so we can create 2 copies of those. If we have 2 Anointed Processions, it gets more and more. We don't want too many of these completely win more cards as well. Like we can kind of get value out of it because we are wiping an entire board at once. So we can take a turn off to let them kind of rebuild. We play something like a 4-drop, Anointed Procession, kind of wait another turn, and then board wipe again or whatever if we're up against creature decks. Up against the Planeswalker decks, things like that, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we do have Immortal Sun to completely shut off Planeswalkers. Really hard enchantments to deal with in artifacts. We have a Braid, we have Banishing Lights. We do have other ways to kind of deal with them. And so we have a pretty good control lock with this deck. And then we do have just ways to be gaining life with our Anointer Priest. We do end up kind of killing it, but it's fine because we get to embalm it back, which actually is better. It gets more life gain for us. And it's really more of a good early game card just as a good blocker. And then it becomes really good late game to be able to get a bunch of life gain out of it. With Dawn of Hope, all that kind of stuff ends up being really good. So that's the basic idea of this deck. Kind of control the board, put out a bunch of random anthem effects to make our 1-drops, our random tokens with lifelink become 3/3s, 4/4s, whatever. Put Anointed Procession out to make more of them. Outlaw's Merriment, just creating a token for us every single turn, or 2 tokens or more, ends up being enough to just win the game. And so that is the idea of the deck. Our 1 Heliod Suncrown, it just worked well with everything. Having enough of our enchantments and everything, just having 1 blocker every once in a while would be really nice. I didn't feel like I could fit more copies into it. Like if anything, I probably should go down like 1 Anointed Priest or more Banishing Lights, but I'm going to test it as it is now. Let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, yeah, so I brought back Cancer. I almost feel bad about it. We are definitely going to keep this. Real quick shout out, if you guys want to check out the link down in the description below for MTG Assistant. It's pretty nice as a tool to kind of add a little bit extra value. All the stuff you normally be writing down as you were playing a Magic game and paper, everything like that. You don't want to have to spend more time on Arena, because you have cards. You don't even have to shuffle your cards on Arena. So why would you go writing around paper, all that kind of stuff? This just kind of does all that stuff for you. You can actually see all the numbers. You can see how many cards are still left in the library of each different card that we have here. As opponent stuff comes out, we can actually see that they've played a Field Passage. We know they have a Mountain. We can see a little bit more of their stuff. You can also turn it off if you don't want to be playing that way. It's just a really good tool that I like a lot. So if you guys want to check it out, there you go. Have at it. Play Dawn of Hope. Get some value on the board. And we just have a lot of board wipes in hand. That is a lot of board wipes. So we're just probably going to go for Glorious Anthem on this next turn, no matter what they really play. All right, Merfolk Branchwalker, Fabled Passage, not too shabby. We'll go for Glorious Anthem here. Pass the turn. Not hitting a land. So more lands would be nice. So yeah, this is just Jund's good stuff. So we do have Settle the Wreckage, which does answer Rekindling Phoenix. Not everything else does, so that's nice at least. We will Wrath now. Pass the turn. I guess I could have Deafening Clarion there, huh? I forgot how big the G-Light Ranger was. Plays Fabled Passage, cracks it, playing the Rekindling Phoenix. That's cool. Cool. We get a 2/2 that gains us life every turn. I'm debating if I just want to take some hits for a turn or two. Pass the turn. And we also have like Castle Ardenvale, we have Dawn of Hope. We're doing exactly what our deck wants to be doing. It's all just about amount of how much do we want to actually be killing their stuff right now. And I think the answer is we take our hits for one more turn. Give them a false sense of security. That's what we're all about here. And only first streak on their turn. Okay, play this, play Anointer Priest. Pass the turn. I'm trying to force them to go for more hits. They will probably play land here, dump everything into Rada, and then we get to settle wreckage there. Then hopefully Deafening Clearing will be enough to save us for the rest of the game. We haven't hit another Wrath yet. We do start to get more card draw though. There we go. All right, so I'll block here. Let them go to pump the Rada. Yeah, go ahead and activate. Spend all your mana. Oh, that's just too sad, man. Ah, rough. All right, settle the wreckage. Yeah, that feels good. They have a lot of mana. They still have 4 cards in hand. Ooh, we got another settle the wreckage. Life is great. All right, swing in. Draw a card. Outlaw's Merriment. Yeah, we'll play that. And we'll pass the turn. And Hardlock is in. All right, Questing Beast is annoying. Down to 12. Rekindling Phoenix. All right, Settle Wreckage is very good in hand here. Gain some life. We will draw another card. Another Outlaw's Merriment. Seems decent. Settle Wreckage. Pass the turn. Holding up the Settle Wreckage mana. Let's see if they actually try to play around it this turn. I mean, if Questing Beast goes in, we can take 4 more damage. That's not that big of a deal. All of our stuff basically gains us life here. Worst case scenario, we just make more life-linking creatures, and life is fine. We can even just chump block here if we want to. Glorybringer. Ooh, all right. Let's see if they go all in. Oh, goodness. All right, Settle the Wreckage again. They do get to still kill this 3/3, or the lifelinker. That's cool. 2 cards left in hand. We've pretty much dealt with them. Another Rekindling Phoenix is annoying, but also we can deal with it. Yes, pay 2? Yeah, I pay 2. Draw more cards. All right, so we can just kill the Rekindling Phoenix here if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and swing in first with this guy. If they want to block, all right, then we have a pretty easy option to abrade here. Three damage there. Opponent should be scooping pretty soon. I'm going to go and go for the other Outlaw's Merriment. And dude, oh, this deck, this deck is fun. All right, now we can Spartan GX. And keep this decent hand. Anointer Priest with Outlaw's Merriment's nice. Some removal. Not a lot, but some. Archfiend's Vessel, that can be bad for us. So basically we have to find a Wrath of God. Or Settle the Wreckage at some point here. Swings in, we take it down to 19. Cauldron Familiar. Play an Order Priest. Pass the turn. A Braid can be nice here. We can destroy the ovens and things. Block the Familiar. Wow, they had nothing? They probably have Claim in order to get back the Vessel here. That's my only guess of what they could be doing. So, I guess we just swing in. Maybe have like village rights or something as well. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna take it. They are definitely winning the race here. I'm not gonna block the Archking's Vessel though. I don't want to put it in their graveyard for free for them. We did find the Wrath of God, so that's nice. So we can get out Outlaw's Merriment, start creating tokens every turn, hopefully start gaining some life with it. And then Wrath of God whenever they have big things come out. Footlight Fiend, that's cool, that's cool. Pass to my turn. Outlaw's Merriment. No attacks past the turn. I mean, the nice thing about Anointer Priest, yeah, we get to start getting life every turn if it is out here, but like it's okay if it dies because we can just embalm it really quickly. So if they put a bunch of stuff into killing it, okay, cool. I mean, they're stuck on one land. That's definitely been rough for them. Seems like they have a lot of 1-drops, but not very good ones. Okay, Village Rights. All right. Down to 14, they're up to 24. I mean, they have gotten in for quite a bit of damage here and there. All right, so we gain a life. We could just kill this. I don't think that we do that though. It is really weird. Glorious Anthem is nice here. Grow the Dorks. Go a swingin'. Hit for 4. Down to 19 past the turn. Get to hold up a Braid if we really need it. All right, past my turn. All right, now they're holding it back as a blocker, which is about where they should have it. Gain some life. Wrath of God. I'm fine if this guy dies now. We have so many answers for what they're doing. We're playing the long game. We just go swinging. So I think like the Immortal Sun is a good draw here. It'd be really nice just to have some extra card draw every turn. Get going. Dawn of Hope would be decent as well. Yeah, no supernatural strength for you. So it does not come back. Down to 11. Nice. And they tried to block the trampling guy. Sweet. I guess they would have killed it, so that's decent. But Call the Deathweller brings back the Arcane Vessel. That's cool. Death Touch Menace. Oh, that's nice. All right, we get to go in aggressive and then use Wrath of God, which will be pretty nice. I mean, you obviously killed the 4-2, right? All right. Swing in. So we bring them down to 7. We still are kind of controlling them with the lock here. How much mana do we have? I'm debating if I want to bring back Anointer Priest or not here. We gain some more life, get another 2, 3, and then they have to create a pretty good board here to actually block us. If we get a trampling guy, I think we actually just win. So instead of going for Wrath of God, I think we just play this out now. If we find another Anthem effect, we should definitely win. Like, there's quite a few draws here that just win the game for us for sure. I'm not sure what all they can be doing, but up to 18. All right, Call the Deathweller brings back some dudes. Death Touch on this guy is really nice. It gets to kill many a thing. If we just go for Wrath of God, though, it's fine. So we're just going to swing in, all in, and then Wrath of God if we don't kill him. We should be able to wipe the board enough that we're fine. And they swing in. That's actually pretty aggressive here. 1 damage to any target. So this kills something, but it gets sort of a blocker. If we go face, they block 2 things. We get in for 4, 5. And then everything should kill it if they don't put up any blockers next turn. Yeah, we'll just go face. And another Glorious Anthem. All right, sweet. We still have enough for the Wrath. All right. And that's actually lethal. All right. Awesome. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, block, we deal 6 to you, game is over. And yeah, Outlaw's Merriment with Glorious Anthem is just powerful enough. And this is actually in standard as well, just that combo alone. Maybe I should be looking into that as it's just more of a standard deck. It's pretty good. Up against Broodmate Token, we have board wipe, we have some Anthem effects, we have no token generators, but we'll keep it just on the strength of Deafening Clarion. And kind of on the strength that we actually have 3 lands. I've had enough terrible draws with lands that it's good to get it every once in a while, you know? I'm fine with that. Sacred Foundry tap, pass the turn. Plays Mountain. Anointer Priest, sweet. Great card here. All right, Alchemist. That can be annoying. We're gonna hold on for the Deafening Clarion for a little bit. No attacks, pass the turn. Just get out value on board. We do have ways to start getting life. Anointer Priest dying into like Anointed Procession, having this die, and everything else is actually pretty nice. And we actually get to Deafening Clarion without it dying here too, which is great. So do I go for the Anointed Procession and wait a turn? You know, I think I might. Anointed Procession, wait 1 more turn. No attacks, pass the turn. Down to 17. Swings in. I mean, we're fine with this dying, so block. Down to 16. I'm guessing light up the stage. Skewer the critics, the priest. Any burn that's not going at our face, we are definitely happy with. Lava Runner comes out. Cool. Gain how much life? It's like 4 life. We'll just Wrath of God here. Down to 15. Board's clear. They're stuck on 2 lands. We have good value cards on board. Chain Whirler comes out. That's cool. I'd like to get to a point where I can play something and Deafening Clarion. I guess the nice thing is I could give these guys lifelink. So go Anointer Priest, Embalm it, gain 4 life. And we can double block the Chain Whirler just fine. Yeah, so life's pretty good there. All right, up against Midnight, and keep this. Turn 4 Wrath should still be fine. Play Plains, pass the turn. Outlaw's Merriment, Anointed Procession, that's still just very powerful within itself. Play Dawn of Hope, pass the turn. Shocks it in, so something here. Pass the turn. Growth Spiral. I couldn't remember if Growth Spiral was banned in Historic or not. It's just in Standard, right? Okay. All the ramp in the world. Ugin is annoying for us. The Immortal Sun stops him, so like we basically have to find the Immortal Sun before they Ugin. And hope that's how it goes. Let's go Outlaw's Merriment first, and then Anointed Procession. Yeah. Cycles a Sensor. Glad we were able to dodge that. That's nice. Blink of an Eye. Rude. Holding up Counterspell. Pass the turn. We're just going to Dawn of Hope token, and that's good enough. Play land. All right. We'll go ahead and play out Outlaw's Merriment again here. I guess we attack in first. 5 cards in graveyard, getting close to playing the Uro. They probably do on the next turn. We'll decline. Play another Outlaw's Merriment. Censor doesn't get us. I'm sure they have other counter spells though. All right, commit. What does that do again? Put target spell or non-land permanent in its owner's library second from the top for 4 mana. It's decent. And Teferi. Yay. Gotta love your Teferis. We do have answers for Teferi, but I don't think we've drawn them yet. So that's a little bit awkward. Outlaw's Merriment, number 2. Yeah, keep hitting at Teferi. We know we're not hitting land next turn, which is a little bit annoying. Pass the turn. Wrath of God. This is where all of our board wipes definitely feel dead in this deck. And if you're playing best of 3, you just get rid of most of these board wipes, bring in a bunch of ways to deal with planeswalkers, graveyards, all that kind of stuff instead. I built it one way, and that's fine. I think we can still win these matches, but this is probably going to be a much harder matchup, basically because they can get to Ugin. If we find the Immortal Sun, though, and resolve it, it should just be game. So Castle Embereth here kills Teferi. Okay, so they create a token. That's fine. It'd be really nice to hit a land here. All right, they killed a trampling guy.
I'm not going to win this.
Decline, Anointed Procession. Pass the turn. All right, we have a ton of value on board. Teferi cannot bounce this right now. I'm sure they have Brazen Borrowers or something in the deck. But I mean, we've done all the things that we need to be doing cool things. Cast out, rude. It's the Outlaw's Merriment. Okay. They know we have another one in hand, but it doesn't create tokens right away. Castle Ardenvale is nice. So Outlaw's Merriment, number 2. Attack in at Teferi again. Cannot actually draw a card, so decline. Pass the turn. Stinkin' Narset. And this is where a Braid is less good than Scorching Dragonfire because we have less answers for the Planeswalkers. As soon as we get Immortal Sun out, though, that'll be so nice. They can commit it, but I don't think they're playing more than 2 of these tops. I would doubt it. Ah, they got the Ugin. All right, we didn't find the Immortal Sun in time. Ugin does just kill us. We get Cast Out back if they go for 4, so I guess... All right, let's see what happens here. So they go for 4. They lose Narset. We lose all of the stuff, but we get back an Outlaw's Merriment. We'll see if that's enough. I kind of doubt it. We got a 3-1. That's actually really nice. They can't quite create a token here. All right, so swing in at Ugin. This requires 2 white mana. I'm debating if it's better to play the Anointer Priest or the Castle Ardenvale. Having more life gain can be nice. All right, Anointer Priest. And pass the turn.
Hold that thought.
By the way, love these these card backs. That's sweet. Oh, Narset again. No card draw on the board though, so that's at least helpful.
Like wind and wave.
Each player shuffles their hand and graveyard into library, then draws 7 more cards. Sweet, that helps us so much here. We can only draw 1 though, right? That doesn't help us out. Nice. That's why they commit to memory, right? Forgot about that. I mean, we had completely dead cards, so it's not like it actually hurt us a ton. And this kind of helps us a bit. Blink of an eye. All right, resolve. We still get to kill Teferi. So just play out the Outlaw's Merriment. Guaranteed they probably have another one soon, but kill you. Fast the turn. I mean, another Ugin is terrible. Shark Typhoon.
Just the trick for this.
There's the Wrath of God. Just so we can kill Narset here, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Create a 2/1, lifelinker. We don't have enough white mana to use the Castle Ardenvel. Do we have enough to do Castle Embreth? It's kind of our only play, our best play, so might as well. It gains us quite a bit more life. So, Glorious Anthem. Attack in, you attack here, you, 2 cards, 3 mana. They could technically bring in a blocker of some sort here. All right, 3 attackers. Oh well. We made sure Narset was dead. That's what matters there. Wait, so we have Banishing Lights in the deck. We have, I don't think I've seen them yet through all of the games that we've played with this deck so far. So that's a little bit annoying. Teferi. Tucking the Outlaw's Merriment is my guess. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that we can beat the Shark Typhoon, unfortunately. Not with the value that they have going for them. Like, we could play this game out until they milled themselves out, potentially. We probably have enough chance for damage here. All right, does this resolve? If this doesn't resolve, we'll stop here. If it does resolve, we can play through the Shark Typhoon, I think, just fine. No attacks past the turn. Chemist's Insight, draw some cards, creates another 4/4. I mean, those are big boys. We do have a lot of board wipes in our deck as well. Cast out. Yeah, okay, we're done. We're done. That was basically, if they could answer the Immortal Sun quickly, we were out of the game. If they could have it, that's fine. We are up against the 2/2 bear, and we will keep this. Dawn of Hope, Braid, Wrath of God, good amount of removal. At least one thing that, once we get to turn 4, turn 5, actually creates a ton of value. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Fiend Artisan. Well, we will be filling the graveyard a bit. Maybe I should have abraded that right away. We'll see. Stitcher Supplier could be pretty annoying here if they have like a bunch of things. Gate to the Afterlife. Graveyard answers would be nice here too. All right, Castle Embereth, pass the turn. So I do have a Braid to just kill the gate here, or we can hit the God Pharaoh's. We can wait a turn or two here as well. With what is it? Gift of the God Pharaoh's Gift. That's what it's called. All right, I like this. Fiend Artisan gets a bunch more things into the graveyard. Fiend Artisan gets massive. God Pharaoh's Gift goes there. All right. I was debating if we wanted to hold off a little bit. I don't think that we did. Grab some white mana. Exiling their stuff is nice to an extent as well, but we'll just go Wrath of God for now. They mill more stuff. If they find land and Gate to the Afterlife, they can bring back God Pharaoh's Gift this turn, and then not having the Braid is really annoying. Exiles our graveyard. Cool. Emery. Alright, so they do have a way to bring back the Gate to the Afterlife as well. Unless we deal with that too. Which we will. Yeah, we have to kill that. They've milled half their deck so far. They can bring back a Woe Strider. I think then we just go for Anointed Procession, or sorry, Outlaw's Merriment, Anointed Priest, start building up our side of the board a little bit. Settle the Wreckage can still answer what they've got going for them for a few turns. Woe Strider. All right, we need to find more Braids. We have 4 in the deck. Outlaw's Merriment, pass the turn. It'd be nice to hit a land at one time here. We want to get up to like 6 to 8 mana with this deck, so we can create tokens with Dawn of Hope. We can draw cards with Dawn of Hope. Do all those things. They found the God Pharaoh's Gift and all the lands. That's bad. Fiend Artisan comes back as a massive creature here. It's an 18/18. Good game. All right, we didn't find the other Braid. I think that because they had the Emery, they had answers around us waiting for them to bring it back and destroying it. So either way, actually, I think that one came from hand anyway. So yeah. Up against Lenotsky, and we keep. Sacred Foundry tap, pass the turn. Hello. How ya doing? Anointer Priest, pass the turn. Clan Caller. That's a lot of Anointer Priests. Let's go ahead and kill you. I know there's worse things to hit, but get that for now. We have board wipes in the deck as well. Down to 19. I guess I should have held it for that, huh? Anointer Priest, Anointer Priest. Should have used the Fabled Passage. No attacks, pass the turn. Board wipe would be still great here. I'm fine with all of our Anointer Priests going to the graveyard. As long as we can get rid of some of their elves, it's good. Allosaurus Shepherd. Imperious Perfect. 2 mana left. Alright. Not amazing, but we get to kill the Archdruid. Alright, no Heroic Intervention. Actually, they didn't have the mana anyway. No attacks past the turn. So they have 6 mana available to them. Board wipe, board wipe. We only have, what is it, 10 in the deck? It'd be nice to hit before they get another Lord here, so Deafening Clarion can actually work. There it is. All right. Attack in. Hey, take it. All right, sweet. Wrath of God. Board is wiped. Pass the turn. Llanowar Elves. 1 card left in hand. Deafening Clarion is nice. Gain some life. Pass the turn. clan caller. Let's see, with a Braid and Deafening Clarion, I can kill one Lord and then kill the board, so there's never a place where we actually just get hosed here. Craterhoof Behemoth is the one thing that we're like really worried about. And even this will kill that as well. Like they're not gonna kill us in one hit. So gain 2 more life. Swing in. Bring them down to 11. I mean, they can start going for other Elvish Clan Callers. Like that's one thing they can do. We get them out of the deck and then we start Deafening Clarion. Deafening Clarioning. Yeah, that. The one downside is they can do it on our end step. Which they will, which is also fine. All right, get more lands out of this deck. We can still hold up the Abrade as well, which is nice. Gain 3 life. All right. Blocks with Llanowar Elves now. Now I think it's worthwhile to Braid. Kill 2 elves in the process, down to 9. Make it feel even more hopeless. That is the idea of this deck. Just make them cry a little bit. All right, they get Craterhoof. They didn't hit Craterhoof? Oh, it's the top. Do they only have 1 and it's probably already in hand? Intriguing. All right, just to gain more life here. Again, make it even more hopeless. Swing in, gain 6, down to 3. Hold that, pass the turn. Yeah, Glorious Anthem, Anointed Priest, Deafening Clarion, like all this stuff. This is just feeling really solid. We're definitely built to play against creature decks more so than control decks, but I think you can make some pretty easy shifts and changes with that as well. And so, not too shabby. I like this deck a lot. Up against Teostra, and keep this. I like this hand. Board wipe on turn 3 if we need it. Otherwise, Anthem into Merrymints. If they just do nothing for a few turns, this can be really busted by turn 5. Or we do have some answers. Play Plains, pass turn. Dawn of Hope or Anointed Priest would be really nicer for the turn 2. Zombies. All right, zombies, there's a ton of lords here. So we do need a Deafening Clarion before they have too big of a board. Before they can survive too many things, rather. There's a Wrath of God. All right, in that case, we just Glorious Anthem. Take our beats for one more turn. Down to 11. Deafening Clarion. The one nice thing about, maybe I could have held on to the Clarion instead just to be able to gain life. Liliana.
You can kneel if you like. Into the grave with you.
All right, down to 9. We need ways to be gaining life, so play the Outlaw's Merriment, pass the turn. Play zombies from the graveyard. They have a few they can play here. Death Baron. Grave Marshal. Good for you.
That was a cheap shot.
Okay, Fable Passage. Debating if I want to go for the other Outlaw's Merriment here. It does set up for some interesting plays. Our life total is getting really low though. This gives us more chances of hitting a lifelinker for more turns. And we can settle the wreckage, Wrath of God, whatever. I kind of want them to, yeah, so let's go for one more Outlaw's Merriment. Survive for 1 turn, no attacks, pass the turn. If they have removal, we go down really low. But again, we have the shot to be hitting our life gain. Go down to 7. Six swamps. And they don't have them all the same kind. Interesting decision. All right, tough choice. Block the Lord. We're gonna board wipe anyway, right? So just hitting the Lord here doesn't actually matter. Keep our life total as high as possible. Down to 4. We want life linkers very, very badly. Those are both life linkers. Sweet. So we can both hit Liliana. If they don't kill him here, we do have the chance for the one-sided board wipe with Settle the Wreckage. So up to 10. Oh, what I should have done was Glorious Anthem there and just abraded the Grave Marshal. I can still do that, right? Glorious Anthem, we'll hold up a braid, pass the turn. Lord of the Accursed. All right, let's just destroy the thing that'll do the most damage to us. Grave Marshal goes away. And I believe that we have the lock now. 2 Outlaws Merriments a turn. They get hidden for 3. We get to hold up Settle Wreckage. I don't see how after this turn they can feel like they're winning at all. We should be able to kill Liliana no matter what this turn. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Sacred Foundry tapped. Yeah, just make sure Liliana dies. And pass the turn. Gray Merchant. Oh, crap. I should have Wrath of God. Oops. All right, so they have exactly lethal. I should have used the Wrath of God. I forgot that that was a thing that could have happened. Decline, yep. No, we had the answer in hand, and I was a little bit too greedy. I was too greedy. I didn't do the math on the Gray Merchant. I mean, one-sided board wipe you should always be going for, so I don't think I played it wrong necessarily. I just forgot to consider that as an option. Up against Testralis, and keep. Sacred Foundry tap, pass the turn. Play the Plains, pass the turn. Not wanting to thin the deck yet. Getting to Immortal Sun is usually a pretty nice thing to do. Alright, up against the Bant control deck. We do have Immortal Sun. If we resolve the Immortal Sun, we're in really good shape against this deck. If we don't, could be an issue. Plays Uro. If they had an untapped land here, then they're holding up Censor. Do we go for that Outlaws Merriment? It's pretty vital that we have this hit and land, right? They have it. I should have played around it. I figured there was a chance it's just Growth Spiral or something like that. Sad day. I probably will go ahead and pass this one up really quickly. Like I'm going to try to resolve the Immortal Sun, and if it doesn't resolve, this hand is not built to deal with what they're doing. So, Glorious Anthem. Pass the turn. And I guess we don't crack Fabled Passage to try to hit a land here. I have 25 lands in the deck. So the odds of hitting lands here, let's go ahead and use our trusty dusty MTG assistant calculator. There it is. So 10% to hit on plains, 4% to hit the mountain, 6% to hit the Fable Passage. Yeah, I mean, so overall, I mean, if you add all these up, we have a really high chance of hitting a land here.
Let's skip to the good part.
Shark Typhoon. So still, by the way, our Banishing Lights, it's only 4% chance to hit them, but I have not hit it one match yet. And that's pretty sad. All right, so Fable Passage, grab a plains. I don't think I've even seen it or one of our Banishing Lights this entire video. And maybe that's just how that works sometimes. All right, they got it. Moving on to the next one. We'll play one more game here. We go first up against Hujikulp. Dawn of Hope turn 2. We do have some good stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and keep. I'd like to have more than 2 lands typically with this deck. But as I've said many times in the past, if I don't keep 2 land hands, I just don't play Magic. Play plains, pass the turn. Play the Dawn of Hope, pass the turn. All right, just getting out value on board is really nice here. Teamer. I'm not sure what Teamer plays nowadays. Okay, 4 color, 5 color maybe. We shall see. All right, Glorious Anthem, Counterspell. Lets it resolve. Growth Spiral. All right. It could just be Bant control with a splash of red for something. All right, pay 2, shock it in, pass the turn. Now we get to start making Dawn of Hope tokens. And having 2/2 lifelinkers every turn versus 1/1s is already night and day different. So pretty sweet stuff. Plays an Uro. Gain some life. Gets more lands. Plays another Uro. I could just make another token here. Yeah, we'll draw. Hit the lands, that's decent. Pass the turn. I mean, getting more lands is good because eventually we can start drawing cards and creating tokens every turn. And against control, I mean, this is why Dawn of Hope comes in against control sometimes. This is harder for them to deal with. They can bounce, they have a lot of bounce effects, things like that. If we can get the Immortal Sun on the board as well as these though, very few cards are relevant anymore. And we should just be able to take them down. Nissa. Nissa's annoying.
Surges through these lands. Behold, nature's true power.
All right, we will abrade that. I should have done it before they went to combat in case they had some sort of counter spell here. Castle Ardenvale, Immortal Sun. So the static effect still stays, so it's worth hitting here. So yeah, the static effect still stays. They just can't activate loyalty abilities. So we do hit them. We resolve the Immortal Sun. We have Dawn of Hope, everything like this. Like this is where we are doing our thing. Life's much better. Everything costs less, which is sweet. We finally resolved Immortal Sun. They have a crap ton of mana. That's not good. Hydrocrasis, X 1.5 million. So I could just settle here. They don't have the... Ooh. Outlaw's Merriment. Am I going to settle or Wrath here? Wrath guarantees its demise, right? So in that case, we swing in. They block, we gain 3. decline. We've already played a land, so Wrath of God. And now, I mean, they can... If they get to Ugin, we're in a lot of trouble. Actually, we're not in trouble because Immortal Sun still kills it. So they have to bounce first and then Immortal Sun. With Nissa on the board, though, they still get to potentially do that. They have a lot of mana. Burrow comes back. Explore. All right. Do we have a way to kill the Uro and still attack? I don't think so. We can make some guys pretty big. Like if we get the guy that tramples here, I think we have a shot at least forcing a trade. Draw 2 cards. All right, one at Nissa.
Do not test me.
2 Glorious Anthems. Another Immortal Outlaw's Merriment. All right. Holding up neutralized mana. We can only play so much here. Let's actually go Glorious Anthem. We can create a token that ends up killing this anyway. Pass the turn. Cycles the Censor. We have already seen neutralized, right? I think it's exiled now. Yeah, all right. I'm assuming that means they have more counter spells. Cycles another Censor. Cycles the farmland. I've been digging for Ugin. Ugin doesn't actually do it. They have to bounce and Ugin. Scries. If they have a bounce, I mean, they can do it. 2 to the bottom. Uro can draw by attacking and can still replay another one. Teferi. Teferi does nothing.
Right on schedule.
Yeah, Immortal Sun. Teferi does nothing. Does not attack. We create a Dawn of Hope token. Something cool we can do with Settle the Wreckage as well is we can actually force ways to deal with it ourselves. All right, Banishing Light's nice. I want them to counter this, so play Banishing Light. All right, hit the Uro. So they can have us Settle the Wreckage as well. Glorious Anthem. Attack. Let's see here. They could have a Shark Typhoon as well. So here, let's go ahead and send this here for the Shark Typhoon answer. Do we just go ahead and kill this now in case they do find an answer? We can still stay around on the board for a while. And swing in. And we get lethal on the next board if we resolve this Outlaw's Merriment. Okay.
How long do you want to wait for a rematch?
Decline. Go ahead and go for the Outlaw's Merriment number 2. All right, get a neutralize out of the hand. That's fine. Wrath of God. Okay. Burrow. Yeah, that's a big dude. That is a big dude. All right. Anoint our priest. It's a 5/7 as well. Attack in. 4-7. They take it. Down to 17. Pass the turn. 0 Uros in the graveyard, so I probably will just settle the wreckage here. We get to Dawn of Hope, create a token, gain life, draw 2. They still have to do more than that. If I use this, I can't draw the card, but we still get Immortal Sun draw, so that's fine. Yeah, let's just go ahead and try to exile it. No more Uro for you. If we just kill it, they bring it back eventually. That's really like the only target that matters for them. They could have one Dream Trawler on the deck, which would be annoying. All right, gain some life, deal a damage. Draw an extra card. Draw 3 this turn. That's not where their deck typically wants to be. Ooh, yes. All right. Glorious Anthem. Swing in. Whatever. All in. If they have Settle, that's fine. We get more lands out of our library. It could just be a big Shark Typhoon. I'm really not sure if this deck even runs Settle Wreckages. Sphinx's Revelation. They're drawing a lot of cards. They're gaining some decent life. Decline. Play Anointed Priest 1. Pass the turn. So now if they have to either have, they can still have Bounce and Ugin. They get a lot of stuff out of that. Like if they bounce an Ugin, it's really bad for us. Nissa. They get extra mana.
Together we will prevail.
A lot of extra mana. Wrath of God. That's fine. We still have the Dawn of Hope token. I don't see how they have enough mana now to bounce Immortal Sun and still kill us. They could have a Shark Typhoon. Okay. And they've got to create some sort of token. Banishing Light can hit the token if they make it early. If not, Banishing Light hits the Shark Typhoon. And that should end the game. Uro. They have 2 mana here. Do they mean to censor it or something? I'm trying to think how they can actually make this token. All right, and we have another trampling token. Banishing Light. Okay, that's game. Sweet, dude. All right, we took him down. That was the deck that beat us in the past. I'm not sure if it's the exact same version. I'm assuming so. It seemed pretty close. So overall, Boros Cancer, it's a fun deck. I had a blast playing it. It won many a game. The few games that we lost, we just weren't built to play against the control as much. Like I didn't want to totally fine-tune this for every single deck that's in the meta. I think this is one of those, like, you play it like this, and then if you're up against more control decks, you take out a bunch of stuff and go to a sideboard if you're playing best of 3. Otherwise, I guess you can change it up a little bit, maybe add one more Immortal Sun to try to hit it a little bit more consistently, maybe more Banishing Lights, hit those more consistently for the more control matchups. Overall, though, the deck is super fun. I had a blast playing. I think it's good. I think it was powerful. The synergies are definitely there. The one cool thing, too, is that Outlaw's Merriment and Glorious Anthem works so well hand in hand, and just like a 4-mana board wipe, which also, by the way, Shadow of the Skies is still in standard as well. So just those pieces of the deck are still definitely in standard, and I think that might just be good enough. There's another 3-mana kind of deal 2 damage to everything, so kind of board wipe that's coming in with Zendikar Rising as well. And so all you need is just other things to kind of fill out the rest of the deck in standard to have this deck be still pretty good. And I mean, Banishing Light's in there as well, just add more copies of that. So I like it really a lot for Historic. I think it showed that it's powerful even with more cards out there. So the strategy is good. I think that the value of each different cards that you have, having multiple good board wipes and everything is nice to have. So can this also be brought into standard? I think so. I think that, yeah, I think it actually would do pretty well. I'm excited to see with Zendikar Rising, especially being able to utilize the lands. The modal lands is going to be so awesome. So anyway, overall, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.